stick on the tree so that it holds together while I'm trimming the inconsistent parts. So the parts I stapled together, I want to stay together. Okay, also make another piece. And I'm only taping the parts that actually go evenly. Okay. And this part right here, I've got to cut with the scissors because this tree didn't quite match up down the center. Okay, now, in theory,
at infinity.
Yeah, not infinity, but in theory, our tree should stand up on its own. If it doesn't, we can make a little base for it. Or better yet, we cut the bottom off entirely, that way we have all four of these pieces holding it down. What do you think? That might be a better idea. Cut off the bottom section because we weren't getting it level. So now our tree has no wooden base, it's just a tree. And it stands up on its own pretty good. Okay. So now we can take, and I'll tape all the rest of the edges so this thing stays better.
Wondering what's in the background? It's my Valkyrie's alarm.
Yes, it is. It must be 5:30 a.m. or 6 a.m.
It's 6 o'clock a.m.
Oh. Well, I tell you what, as much as I like the Wagner's The Valkyrie, you could probably go turn that off and pause the video. I've taped the edges that I've stapled together, but I'm taking the center line here and adding tape. And then I'm just going to wrap this around. Let's just cut it off at the top right there. Oops, so all of our sides stay together. Awesomeness. Now let's give it another test. See, we got all the sides, so no matter what side you look at, you got a tree part.
Yep.
And it stands up on a flat surface pretty good. Might have to do a little bit more trimming, but it's a good start. Now the next thing we're going to do is start covering it with paper. Okay, we've got four sides to this tree. So we have an extra piece, and we're going to lay it on here. And we've taken 4 sheets of red and green paper because Xavier wants it to be festive, so we're going to make it both colors. And I put it right here. Made sure that the papers are going to cover these parts too. And simply fold it over and got all of our papers creased at once. Okay? And Now what we're going to do is with our first piece, is we're going to lay it right over the top, and we're going to get ready to use a little piece of Scotch tape, and we're going to get these set on here. So I'm folding it over the top, and just tacking it down on the opposite side. Of course, the papers are going to overlap. But this is just one side, and make sure you crease it. And it's going to come over to this side. And I'm going to tape it over here. Oh, getting old. My left hand doesn't work very well anymore. And I kind of tire easily. We're just gonna... Right now we're just tacking the color down. So see, we've already had a start with just one sheet. And then we're going to continue around all these sides, and we're going to put the paper on. Okay, so we got a green side, and then this is going to be red. You're going to go green, red, green, red.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we're going to take a red piece, and we're going to do that here. But on this one, because we don't want the red overlapping on the green, we're going to fold the edges down on the red. This side has cardboard on it, and it's not coming up against the green side. So this side we can just simply fold over. And it's not a perfect science, obviously. So we just keep adding our paper until we've got the whole thing covered. Okay. Okay, we'll just keep on going. Use this extra scrap, so don't throw your scraps away. I have to cover up some uneven areas. Now, when it comes down to this part, I'm just going to give it a little trim. we just keep on covering. Go ahead and cut.